You say you want freedom, time freedom, money freedom, peace, space to breathe and build. But are you really willing to pay the price for it? Because every dream life, it has a cost. It costs something. And most people don't talk about that part. And that's what we're unpacking today. I'm Tiffany Yvonne, the host of the Tiffany Yvonne Show. And every single one of my clients, whether it is an executive, an elite athlete, or a busy, ambitious entrepreneur, has that one tension between the life they say they want and the life that they're currently living. Even when the life that they're currently living feels really good, but they know they're meant for more. Even when the life that they're living looks really good on the outside, but feels really crappy on the inside. The freedom that we're talking about isn't just the freedom to hop planes, quit your job, fire your boss, and all those cliche things, but this is the freedom that not only looks good, but feels good. I'm here to unpack that messy middle where the freedom that you desire gets lost. Let's hop into it. There's usually four things that are truly holding you back from living a life that you desire. Perfectionism. I talk about this one a lot. It's the idea that it has to be flawless before it goes out the door, that any imperfection means that you're not worthy of the thing that you desire. Truth is, it's not just perfectionism, it's fear of rejection, fear of judgment, right? And unlearning that is how you get to the freedom that you desire. Let's hop into fear of failure. The big problem with this one is that people never start. You don't really have to have uh, everything worked out before you begin. In fact, success starts at step one. I often tease and say Beyoncé had House of Darion before she ever had Ivy Park. And so being willing to fail forward, to start sloppy, to jump afraid is major key. The next one is this control fallacy that we have, where we believe that we can do it better, faster, quicker than everyone else around us. And so we might as well just do it ourselves. Well, the problem with that is that the only gift you get for doing it all is that people let you. And then there's the last one, which is my personal favorite because it's so on Sharon right now, the overachievers. Who do you know that's currently seeking a PhD, right? Like everybody in the world wants a PhD right now. And the overachiever says, do more, be more. It's that old adage of we got to work twice as hard to get half as far. And I'm not denouncing racism or saying that it doesn't exist or that gender inequities don't exist. But what I am saying is that when the message that you are feeding yourself is that you have to work twice as hard to get half as far, it stops you, it demoralizes you, it brings you to some below the line energy that keeps you wanting to do more, achieve more, learn more, instead of just getting started perfectly imperfect. And so let's walk through how those things we're not going to use those as shaming things, but we're going to recognize that they actually protect us in some way. And that's why we hold on to them. When you think about perfectionistic tendencies, being a perfectionist means nobody can say anything about your stuff. Being a perfectionist means you're going to get accolades, rewards, recognition, and all of those things, right? So that's how it serves you. And that's why people hold on to it, because it's often rewarded. But what does it cost you? It costs you in burnout. It costs you in overthinking. It costs you in having things take twice as long to get out the door. And time is the one thing that we know that we can't get back. Flip to failure, fear of failure. Fear of failure says, I'll stay safe if I just stay in this bubble. That keeps people in jobs that they hate. That keeps people from going for the goals that they want. That keeps people from starting a business, writing a book, all the things, right? Because we're so afraid of what will happen. I call that Miss Cleo energy, where we are really projecting like we can read the future. And since we can't, it's something that we need to give up. So how does it serve you? It serves you in that you keep that job that you hate, but you get your paycheck. You don't launch that business, so nobody ever has to see it fail and talk crap about you. You don't take the shot, literally. You just play your role as the player on the team, and no one can say that you lost the game. That's how it serves you. But what does it cost you? It costs you because there's always going to be that tugging at your heart, your spirit, your mind about knowing that you're meant for more. I often use Martin Luther King as my example when I'm talking about this, because I say Martin Luther King, contrary to what everyone else says, Martin Luther King did not have a dream. That dream had him, right? And it's so powerful, because why else would you risk the ultimate sacrifice, your life, right? Your family, to work hard to get what you wish to see out in the world. So when that dream has you, but you allow fear of failure to hold you back, it is literally how they say the richest place on the planet is the graveyard, because people go there with all of these dreams and aspirations that they had inside of them, and they die with those dreams unfulfilled because they were too scared to begin. Now, you might be thinking, well, Tiffany, that was not a good example, because Martin Luther King actually died for his dream, and I'm not trying to die. And I feel you. I am not trying to have us die by someone else's hands or by our own self-imposed stress, overwhelm, overthinking, procrastination, and holding on too tightly to things that tend to hold us back. But in order to truly live, what you need to let die is fear of failure, right? The next one, control, the control fallacy, the idea that I can do it bigger, faster, quicker, right? That's how it serves you. It serves you because you're getting it done. It serves you because you don't have to be worried about the uncertainty of how someone else is going to show up, if they're going to deliver with the same quality that you have, or if you're going to be thrown into chaos or unpredictability. That's how it serves you. But what it costs you is the deep knowing that you'll never be fully certain, right? And so you're spinning your wheels, you're causing undue stress, you're holding the burden all on your shoulders, right? This is where that bag lady syndrome, that me against the world syndrome comes in, where you start to carry loads that are too heavy for anyone to carry well. You start to sacrifice your emotional, spiritual, and physical well-being for financial well-being, right? And so that's how it costs you. The last one that we really need to unlearn is this overachieving one, right? How does it serve you? Well, it serves you because you get these accolades, these awards. I mean, who doesn't want to be called Dr. Somebody? But it becomes performative, right? So it serves you in that everyone's giving you the accolades. Oh my God, I can't believe you did that. Look how quickly you got it done. It usually takes other people this amount of time. You got it done in this amount of time. And so it really serves up the ego, right? It really like makes you feel like, I'm the man, I'm the man, I'm the man, or the woman, right? But what does it cost you? I know so many people with PhDs who didn't make any more money than they did before they assumed all that debt, who switched their careers entirely to do something instead that they love, because those accolades and rewards didn't serve their soul. And it keeps you on the hamster wheel of achievement, which again causes stress, burden, worry, undo things in your body, and the body literally keeps the score. So you don't want that to occur. So if you thought I were coming here to just tell you like freedom ain't free and it was a catchy phrase, or if you thought I was coming here to give you 3 more things to add onto your plate, you're absolutely wrong. This again is about unlearning and the power in unlearning, how that is the real power move, that is the real playmaker move. So you might be saying, all right, Tiff, I'm picking up what you're putting down, but now what? Well, I'm going to name these things so that it can make it a little bit more practical for you. Whenever you are thinking of those 4 things, I call them the inner critic, and the ways that they serve you, I call that the itty bitty shit talking committee, right? It's always over here in your ear. I'm keeping you safe. You trying to go be reckless. I'm telling you, this is good enough. And you over here trying to be a visionary and dream big. You're over here trying to be a risk taker when we are actually straight, right? I call that the itty bitty shit talking committee. And I challenge you to respond to that with that inner critic with what I call the inner coach. So when you hear, but this is a good job and we have bills to pay, I want you to say it's a good job, but it is soul sucking. And more people have heart attacks on Monday mornings than any other day of the week. So is it really safe? Is it really serving us? Or is this me living in survival mode? When you say, well, no, perfection does matter, because if I don't get my shot perfect, then how will I show up in the game? I want you to say instead, I'm going to give it my best shot. I'm going to work and practice my craft to the best of my ability. And I know that when I'm out on the court, I'm going to be able to show up with everything that I've practiced, because practice makes better, not perfect, because perfect is a fallacy that really doesn't exist. And when you say, I know I could do it better than anybody else could, I'm just going to go ahead and knock this out and get this done. I want you to know that when you're busy getting all of your stuff done and you're also getting everybody else's stuff done, that the inner coach is going to say, when is there going to be time for you? If you get everything done for everybody and you end up sitting in resentment and you end up burned out and you end up tired and you end up feeling like, well, who's coming to save me? The truth is nobody is. We are all independently responsible for saving and serving ourselves. And so delegation isn't a weakness, it is wisdom. The inner critic, the itty bitty crap talking committee is always going to be at work, because at some point it helps you to survive. It helps you to get through some hard thing. So the muscle that we're working in this episode is to put the inner coach to work just as much. When the inner critic starts yapping, you start yapping back, because you have no control over anyone else in this entire world, but you do have control over you. When I say freedom ain't free, please be clear that I am also saying, but it is so worth it. So we just, in America, we just celebrated the 4th of July, or many people did. As an African-American woman, I don't really flex with the holiday in that way. But what I do flex with is finding your freedom. Freedom to truly be yourself, freedom to truly go after what it is that you desire, freedom to fail forward, right, in everything, and freedom to really go after your dreams, to truly design a life and career that you absolutely love. You will see me in episode, I think it's 11. I'm barely keeping up with how many there are at this point, but I will be here as your guide to truly win at work, succeed at home, and design a life you absolutely love. If today's segment had a theme song, it would be Beyonce's Freedom. If you don't know the song, check it out. I'm not going to sing for y'all this episode, but that would be it. And if you are looking for a speaker for your event, for a workshop for your team, or for your next event or experience that you are hosting, I would love to come and share not only some of the strategies that I've shared here, but we will actually work through them in a way that is very experiential. So it's not just motivation and aha moments, but it is actually tangible things that you can put into practice immediately in your life, in your work, and within. Until next time, Coach Tiff out. Peace, love, and most importantly, play.